harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light the candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the candle for Islam, honoring the path of compliance with the will of God as the highest calling. We light the candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. And as Reverend Bruce lights the last candle, let it represent the path that brought you here this morning. And please join me in prayer. And let's know this truth together, that there is that one life, that one light, that one energy. It goes by many names: God, Spirit, whatever name. It is all that one, that love, that peace, that indwelling peace. And each one of us is its expression. It is beloved, for we are its voice, we are its arms, we are its hands, we are its legs. We are the walking embodiment of that one. And what I know is that today there is a realization of that truth by means of this service, through the message, through the fellowship, through the music. Each one here comes to a realization of their own divinity, their own connection, their own light. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful moment, and it is celebrated by means of this time together. And so I give thanks. Thank you, God, for this time, for each one here, for the beautiful, beautiful expression that is the Center for Spiritual Living, Capistrano Valley, and each one here. And so I simply let go. My word has been spoken, the law has taken it and has made it so. And please join me in saying, and so it is. And now it's time for Reverend Judy to come up and share our Declaration of Principles and affirmation.
Thank you, Reverend Karen. I'll stand to the side so you can see it. Now, this morning when you read this, let's put some emotion and some feeling behind those words. Don't just say them by rote, just let's do it together. Let's go. I believe in God, the one creative intelligence, operating through the universe and operating throughout my entire being, now and always. I believe this perfect spirit operates upon the law of mind and creates my experience exactly according to my belief. I believe this perfect creative intelligence can be used by me and by every other person to produce health, abundance, and love in mind, body, and total life experience. I use it now, and I rejoice in it. And so it is. That was very good. Okay, let's do the affirmation now. I use my mind, thoughts, and feelings to create a vision of what I desire, and then I move forward that the vision manifestation. And so it is.
Thank you, Reverend Judy. And please welcome Laura Ocean.
Thank you and good morning. Good morning. All right, we're going to share a song with you called Shine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good morning, sunshine. It's a beautiful day outside. This world was made just for you. My words cannot express your gorgeous loveliness. You're everything and then some too. You were born to shine, little sister. All you have is time. You were born to shine. Good morning, sunshine. It's cold and dark outside. Sometimes this life is hard to do. Pain cannot suppress your powerful awesomeness. You're gonna rise from this one too. 'Cause you were born to shine. Put your trembling hand in mine. You were born to shine. Don't have to know how to do it or believe that it's true. But looking at you, I see sunshine. So I reflect it back to you. Good morning, sunshine. It's a beautiful day outside. This world was made just for you. My words cannot express your gorgeous loveliness. You're everything and then some too. You were born to shine, my brother. It's Valentine. You were born to shine. What you gonna do? You were born to shine. Take my hand and we'll be fine. You were born to shine. So let it
Oh, that was beautiful. That was fun. Let's just affirm that together. I am born to shine.
I am born to shine.
I let my magnificence through.
I let my magnificence through.
Wow.
Wow.
This morning my message is how to use it. How to use it. The fourth of 4 parts. This is the beginning of our Science of Mind textbook. And most of you know that Ernest Holmes wrote these 4 chapters after the original book. And he thought people needed to have a little summary of what it is we believed. So this is by far my favorite chapter, How to Use It. And I actually brought my original textbook, which is now something like 40 years old, really old. And it's so highlighted, and it's falling apart. But this chapter in particular, there's more colors than there is just plain text. It is so powerful.
So, little review. The thing itself surrounds us and dwells us everywhere present. It is that thing that we call God. It is all-knowing, everywhere present, all-powerful. Its nature is love, and its nature is good, and it is for every one of us. It is for us, and it is moving through us to expand our awareness of who we are, of what it is, the great gifts that we are here to give, that we are here to share. Reverend Karen said when she was beginning her opening prayer, you all have gifts, and you're all sharing those gifts. You know, you don't have to say a word. You're still sharing those gifts. You're sharing who you are every moment of every day with those around you. And I call that good and very good. So the thing is how we use this thing, since it's already there, it's already for us, it's already all good, we simply need to direct it, to consciously, directly, openly, easily say what it is that we know is true. What we decide is true for us. Pardon me. Aidan was scheduled to talk to you about visioning before my talk, so I'm going to just give you a little thumbnail of visioning. He had to work this morning. He is so good at visioning that it's filled his life right up to the right up to the top with goodness. So when we vision, what we do is we make ourselves open to God's highest idea for our lives, or for the lives of our life of our center, whatever it is we're visioning for. We can vision specifically for our health. We can vision specifically for relationships, but usually it's a general vision. And in addition to getting a clear vision, which might come in a picture, or it might come in words, or phrases, or colors, we never know. In addition to that, you will receive the answers to 3 very important questions. In order for this vision to manifest, what must I embrace? What must I embrace? In order for this vision to manifest, what must I release? And then, what must I become? Embrace, release, become. Because that is our work to do. The thing itself knows exactly how to bring us our good, exactly how we envision it, knows exactly how to do that. So what happens then? Why are people not living the lives of their dreams? Well, some people are. They even have websites that they call the Charmed Life websites. So I'm not saying none of us, but I know that few of us live our full dreams full out. Something gets in the way. And we have a tendency, or at least I have a tendency, to look outside myself and find something else, and it's never outside, it's always inside. It has to do with me. How welcome am I to my good? How welcome am I to my good? How welcome am I to the things that I'm declaring are true? Now, here's a little clue. If you are praying for, using spiritual mind treatment to bring into your life newness, something has to, what? Change. Something has to change. Okay, so now, cross your arms over your chest. Notice which hand is above, which is below. And now do it the other way. It's uncomfortable because you had to change. And in fact, some of us can't do it right away. We have to look. What do you mean cross it the other way? I am crossing it the other way. No, you're not. Now, I know that this would be really upsetting and I'm not going to do it, but it did occur to me to say, okay, if you're comfortable with change, stand up and move to a different seat. Yeah. See, some people will. Some people will not. because even though we teach change, good for you. I'm so impressed with these people that are moving around. Hey, you're true metaphysicians, because in order for newness to occur, we need to be willing to let go of the good in order to make welcome the better. It isn't that there has to be something wrong with our lives. In fact, it's rare that it is something wrong. We just want more health. We want more friends. We want an expanded consciousness. But in order for that to occur, we have to let go of what is. We have to be comfortable with change. We have to make change welcome and make it the norm for our lives. Friday night we had a wonderful, wonderful concert here, and several of you came. A lot of you were not here, and you missed something really good. You missed something really good, really sweet, really creative, and there is no way to advertise what we received any better than we did. So next time he's in the area, come on out and enjoy this creativity, this amazing creativity that is with guitar and voice, stories both about Japan and New York and being here in the United States as a foreigner. It was really great. And my friend Chris, whom you haven't seen here since the 30th of August of 2017, and I know that date because that's the date Reverend Karen asked me and several of us to demonstrate an old skill that we used to have. And so I played the piano, and I really messed up. It's the last time I played. Yeah, which tells you a whole lot about how willing I am to change and practice and make mistakes. Because here's the thing. If you're going to do something new, you're going to fail. You have to fail. Otherwise, you haven't really stretched. Anyway, Chris was here, and he is moving out of his home that he's been in for 40 years to move to Carpinteria. So he is moving a long way away, and what I've been noticing is where the resistance is. And of course there's resistance in me too, because the thing that was a romance that turned into a great friendship is going to go away. Well, at least it's going to be way more distant than it has been. And so that's a little bit of a uncomfortable thing. And then I thought about, well, what am I affirming? What am I affirming? And what we know is you can't, if you're drawing people into your life, it's malpractice to say it has to be this one. In other words, that might not be for their highest and best good. But you can say exactly what it is that you desire in terms of friendships and relationships and work relationships and work. You can say exactly what you desire except the what specifically. Many years ago, I had a person come to me for a practitioner session, and she wanted her old job back. She didn't want a job like her old job. She wanted her old job back, and I told her I couldn't do that. And she said, well, what kind of practitioner are you? I told her the truth. I'm a great practitioner. But that is not, it is not in integrity to treat for, what if that isn't the best thing for your boss? What if that isn't the best thing even for you, even though you think it is the best thing? So, specifically, to speak your words specifically for your highest and best good. Speak it specifically without outlining how it's to come or exactly who or what it is going to be. Now, my good friend David Bruner I find a lot of things from David Bruner. He's the senior minister in San Jose. And he had a post on his Facebook page that I just want to share with you because I'm not going to share you the whole post, but it was called 99 ways, 99 good news in 2018. 99 different good news in 2018. And the point was that so many of us are overwhelmed by the bad news or the worrisome news, the fearful news, that we miss the good news. So you just give me a number and I'll read that one. 77. Okay, I heard that. And then, so anywhere from 1 to 99, I can do more than one. 77 is right here. Honduras had the highest homicide rate in the world in 2012. Murders have decreased by half since then, more than any other nation. Give me another number.
24.
15 and then 24. Canada signed another conservation deal with its First Nations people, creating the largest protected boreal forest, an area twice the size of Belgium on the planet.
Oh, wow.
And then 24. The WHO, World Health Organization, I think, revealed that teenage drinking has declined across Europe, the continent with the highest rates of drinking in the world. The country largest decline, Britain.
Yeah.
Now, the person who put this together, the reporter who put this together, he's drawing on sources from every single kind of media that you can imagine. And his point is, if we don't start reading and telling stories that are positive, then we have no chance of creating a 21st century that's different from the 20th.
Yeah.
It's up to us. It's up to us to rewrite the stories, to find those positive stories. And so he said exactly, if we want to change the story of the human race in the 21st century, we need to change the stories we tell ourselves. Okay, and that could be the stories that we tell ourselves about the world, but more importantly, the stories we tell about ourselves. The stories we tell about ourselves. Are you telling yourself the story that's true, that you're magnificent and powerful, that you are prosperous in every way, that you came to make a difference and you are making a difference? Or are you telling a story about not getting what you want, being a victim, being disappointed, not having enough money, watching your stocks decrease in value? What are you paying attention to? And what story are you telling about it? There's an old teaching story that I like very much, and it's about a student of a guru who was very clever, but not very wise. And he decided he was going to trick his guru. So he got a little bird, and he put the bird in his hand, and he said to the guru, he said, thinking that he could change the thing just by a squeeze of his hand, he said, Guru, since you are all-knowing, is this bird that I hold in my hand alive or is he dead? Thinking that if he said alive, he'd crush the bird. If he said dead, he'd let the bird fly away. But the guru knew exactly what he was up to. And he said, it's up to you, son. It's up to you. Such a powerful little short story. It's up to us. It's up to us what stories we tell and retell about ourselves. It's up to us to make this life worth living. and to see the good in each other. Because we're not here alone. We're here together. So, you know, your demonstrations, your results of prayer, change your life, but they also change the lives of the people around you. They also change the lives of the people around you. So, be aware that most people will be delighted for your good. And it's possible that there might be a little discomfort if they have to move to a different seat. I just noticed that. Might be a little discomfort. Does that mean you should stop demonstrating your good? Absolutely not. Bring it on. Bring it on, life. There's more for you. There's more good for you. And you ought to have it. It's a wonderful life. How it works is it works through you by working for you. And in this chapter, Dr. Holmes has a prayer that I would like to read to you. It's a powerful one, and it's for anyone. I also, before I get to the prayer, one of my favorite passages in this chapter is something that some of my colleagues really dislike. It's on page 54. And Ernest says, "Hence it follows that it always works. If you believe it won't work, it works by not working." It works by not working. And so I'm like, oh, that's such a silly. No, it's true. It works by not working. For us to just realize it's always, always working. And what you hold in your heart as true about yourself is incredibly important to you, to your friends, to your neighbors, to our country, to all. So here's Ernest's prayer. This is for someone who wants to demonstrate the supremacy of spiritual thought force over apparent material resistance. He begins, "I'm a center in the divine mind, a point of God-conscious life, truth, and action. My affairs are divinely guided and guarded into right action, into correct results. Everything I do, say, or think is stimulated by the truth. There is power in this word, and I speak because it is of the truth, and it is the truth. There's perfect and continuous right action in my life and my affairs. All belief in wrong action is dispelled and made negative. Right action alone has power, and right action is power. And power is God." Kimberly has this memorized. Would you say the rest? Come on. Okay. I'm so pleased. The living Spirit Almighty. This Spirit animates everything that I do, say, or think. Ideas come to me daily, and these ideas are divine ideas. They direct me and sustain me without effort. I'm continuously directed. I am compelled to do the right thing at the right time, to say the right word at the right time, to follow the right course at all times. All suggestion of age, poverty, limitation, or unhappiness is uprooted from my mind and cannot gain entrance to my thought. I am happy, well, and filled with perfect life. I live in the spirit of truth and am conscious that that spirit of truth lives in me. My word is the law unto its own manifestation and will bring to me or cause me to be brought to its fulfillment. There is no unbelief, no doubt, no uncertainty. I know and know that I know. Let every thought of doubt vanish from my mind, that I may know the truth, and the truth may make me free." And so it is. So just before, I just want to point out that Kimberly and Wade happen to be the people who have the website Charmed Lives. And she knew every word of that prayer. Do you think there might be a correlation? Of course there is. When people practice the science of mind, it shows up as success, as joy, as a charmed life. It's for all of us, not just one or two of us, every one of us. And so it is. Okay, and now we're going to pray again. In my words, not the beautiful words of Ernest Holmes, but in the beautiful, amazing, powerful words of Heather Dawn Clark. So this is what I know is true. I know that there's only one life, and that life is God's life. That life is infinite intelligence, divine mind, perfect love. It is everywhere present, and it is all power. I know that that life is me, in me, through me, and as me, and it is for me. And so I speak this word for myself and for every other person in the first person, just the way Ernest did. I know this to be true. I know that I am here to love in a greater way, to love myself more, and to be a loving presence in this world. I know that I am here to express soundness of mind, health, vitality, energy, and aliveness. I know that that presence within me knows exactly how to enliven me with zest, with zeal, with vigor, with life. And it does so right now. I know that I am the prosperity of this one, and that prosperity shows up in ways that are very pleasing to me, in ways of beauty, ways of abundance, ways of increase. It is all good. And I know that this one that is divine mind is bringing to me creative ideas, new ideas, right here, right now. For I have affirmed that I do not believe in race thought, in any conditions, but I let and allow and make welcome the newness of the divine mind right here, right now. I'm so very grateful that this is so. I'm grateful for the power of this mind. I'm grateful for the fullness of it and for its presence through me. And with my heart filled with gratitude, I simply place this word in the law of mind. It is complete. And please help me anchor it by saying with me, and so it is. And now, Lara Olshan.
I invite you to listen to the words of this song, not as if I'm singing it to you, but as if it's coming from inside of you, from inside of your own heart, welcoming you back home.
When your days are short and your nights are long, when you feel you're not where you belong, when you know what's right but you do it wrong, I will sing you a song. When you're moving on but
instance, I met someone that is from Saskatchewan like I am. Definitely we're not talking about that home. We're talking about the one that we can get to right where we are. Sing you home. That's how beautiful. Thank you. It's time for us to share our gifts, our tithes, our offerings, and so if the stewards would please come forward. What's going to happen is there's going to be an affirmation. We're going to say it together. Take a few seconds of gratitude, and then we're going to chant together, I am so blessed. Bless it always. Now we're going to chant bless it always after. And then Diane's going to also share something with us. So, knowing that this moment really is about recognizing that power and that presence. So let's say our affirmation together. My offering is my acceptance of God as the source of my supply and symbolizes my faith in the abundant flow of this supply.
Dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. In dreams you will lose your heartaches, whatever you wish for.
I'd like to acknowledge those of you who've been in service today. So if that's you, would you please stand so we can give you a lot of love. This includes our practitioners, and the practitioners are remaining standing. If you want to transform your life, see one of these people, make an appointment, and have a full session with them. And to get a taste of that on a Sunday, stop by the affirmative prayer tables at the back of the room or in the tranquility room right behind the table that's set up for our coffee fellowship time. People are Reverend Bruce Fredenberg, Dave Friedman, Reverend Judy Chapman, and Anita Baroldi. Let's acknowledge our practitioners. If you are visiting out for the very first time today, we have a gift for you, and all you need to do to claim it is put your hand up. If you're really brave, you could stand up. We're good for you. We're going to affirm you, so if you stay stand, you're going to get a gift, so they need to see where you are. But congregation, please join me. We see the magnificence of you.
We see the magnificence of you.
There's nothing to fix.
There's nothing to fix.
You are whole, complete, and perfect, just the way you are.
You are whole, complete, and perfect, just the way you are.
Welcome home.
Welcome home.
Let's acknowledge. In that little bag, there's some information about our center and a gift, and also if you fill in the welcome card and take it to the bookstore, you will receive another gift. The hint is it's a bookstore. So, and now, Weekend Update with Chevy Chase.
No, I think any brand of dessert topping would work. No. Okay. And now, Weekend Update. Good morning, I'm Chevy Chase, and you're not. Our top story tonight, a last-minute temporary agreement means the ongoing government shutdown will not affect Conscious Connections, which will continue in the sanctuary today from 12 to 12:30. Asked whether childcare will still be provided, an unnamed spokesperson tweeted, quote, "It takes a village idiot." Oh, wait, there's a comma there, and it reads, "It takes a village idiot." In international news, Generalissimo Francisco Franco is still dead. In Washington today, Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi authorized the use of this venue, CSLCV, for the presentation of Wednesday's Wisdom at 7 o'clock. Speaker Pelosi cited the title of this week's presentation, Prayers for World Peace, saying this is a church-state separation issue and Congress should not be involved. Speaking of evening events, The Essential Ernest Holmes continues on Tuesdays at 6:30. Being an essential service, this was never threatened by the shutdown. In a comprehensive report released by the White House to the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, the State Department has declared that, heretofore, the nations of South Africa, Zaire, Angola, Chad, Ethiopia, and Liberia. The Bipartisan Women's Spiritual Caucus, also known as the Women's Circle, will continue this Friday the 1st at 7 p.m. In sports, today at noon Pacific time is the NFL Pro Bowl, where the best players from all the worst teams will battle it out for no apparent reason. And now, with her take on today's issues, here's legal analyst Rosanna Dana.
Thank you, Chevy. A Mr. Richard Fader from Fort Lee, New Jersey writes and says, "Dear Rosanna Dana, I keep hearing about this judgment detox. Well, it seems to me that this is just like the Me Too movement, but in reverse. What are your thoughts on this issue?" Well, Mr. Fader, I am completely in favor of judge men detox. There are clearly too many judge men and not nearly enough judge women. I have watched both Judge Wapner and Judge Judy, and to my eyes, Judge Judy is clearly the fairest of them all. Now, just last week, I was at the Women's March. And who should I meet but Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And just when I got close, I heard everyone talking about how she had this huge gray hair coming out of her nose. And I don't mean out of the bottom of your nose, like a normal nose hair. This was shooting straight up out of the bridge of a nose right here. And that's all anyone could talk about. And it's not fair because she is not allowed to have a nose hair. I mean, do you think if Anthony Scalia had a nose hair that anyone would say anything? No, but I'm looking at Ruth Bader Ginsburg and I just want to shout, pull that thing off of your face and you're trying to make me sick or something?
Roseanne, what does this have to do with the letter?
Well, it just goes to show you it's always something. I mean, if it's not one thing, it's another. But we finally get a judge woman on the Supreme Court, and it's not about the law, it's about her nose hair. Now, we need more CEO women. We need more congresswomen. We need more artist women, and we need more judge women. We need to detoxify ourselves from all these judge men.
Excuse me, Roseanne, but it's Judgment Detox. It's a book study on Mondays at 6:30 covering the book Judgment Detox by Gabriel Bernstein. It's about being judgmental, not about judge men.
Oh, that's different. Never mind.
That's the news. Good night and have a pleasant tomorrow. Now let's welcome the children.